The London Mayor, behind the expanded and unpopular ULEZ rules, is now introducing a new set of restrictions for motorists in 8 boroughs, and is bringing them in early. Sadiq Khan will be making 8 London boroughs 20 miles per hour compliant zones for motorists, and the deadline has been brought forward by 5 months. The London Mayor has recently ruffled feathers in the city thanks to his controversial ultra-low emission zone, ULEZ, expansion. The scheme sees the drivers of non-compliant vehicles clocked by street cameras which use automatic number plate recognition and charged for driving in such zones. While the dust has barely settled on Mr. Khan's ULEZ expansion, with cameras being vandalized across London, a new set of motoring rules are set to come into play by the end of this year. He plans to introduce a further 40 miles of 20 miles per hour zones before 2024, with the original deadline being May next year. The additional measure, according to Transport for London bosses, will help to save lives and make large swathes of the capital a more safer and attractive place for people to reside and work. Which areas will be affected? Motorists will be told to slow down in Greenwich, Lewisham, Southwark, Wandsworth, Merton, Bromley, Lambeth and Kensington and Chelsea from this month, with plans for it to be gradually rolled out over the last 4 months of the year. Once these new speed limits have been implemented, a total of 87 miles across London will be 20 miles per hour compliant, the Daily Mail reports. TfL bosses say that by 2024 an additional 140 kilometres of roads controlled by the authority, including 37 town centre locations, will have the same restriction on speed. The lower speed limits play a critical role in the Mayor's Vision Zero plan to eliminate deaths and serious injury on the transport network, TfL says. In March this year, the same restrictions were put in place in Camden, Islington, Hackney, Haringey and Tower Hamlets. At the time, TfL said almost all the roads in the borough were to have a consistent 20 miles per hour speed limit on the TfL network and the borough road network. It is thought the new boroughs added to this list later this year will have identical rules. Alongside new road markings, street signs and banners, the Met Police will also be helping drivers to understand the new speed limits. Following implementation, TfL plans to carry out monitoring to determine whether further measures to further reduce vehicle speeds are required, bosses said. Data collected from May 1, 2020 to June 30, 2022, when compared to a similar seasonally matched period before lower speed limits were implemented, shows the number of collisions fell 25%, from 405 to 304, and collisions resulting in death or serious injury fell 24%, from 94 to 71. Lily Matson, TfL's Chief Safety, Health and Environment Officer said, "We are determined to eliminate deaths and serious injuries from London's roads in line with our Vision Zero goal." Speed continues to be a factor in almost half of fatal collisions in London, and the devastating consequences for the families, friends and communities impacted by these casualties is immense.